I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read. It's going to help you find work more quickly. Now, one of the people I've coached recently asked me whether I'd done anything to help people launch well in their next job. And I realized I really haven't done that kind of stuff. So I realized it was probably greater than what I should do in one video or podcast. I thought that this would be good for a short series. And I'll simply say that obviously your boss and HR have a lot to do in the first day or the first days about how you get started. But usually what we'll start off with is you're going to go through new hire orientation, get onboarded, and complete a bunch of paperwork. And, that's day number one. And you'll meet with your new boss, and he or she is going to talk with you about some of the things that they'll want you to do. And you start working on a plan for yourself over the first few months. Now, beforehand, there's a little bit of homework that you can do. And beforehand, the simplest thing I would suggest is take a little time to review in your mind some of the situations where you've started new jobs, had introductions to people, and been asked, so what's your background? So you want to be able to give them a solid 30-second presentation about who you are, what you've done previously, where you worked, and how it might plug into the organization. This is really like the only time I could think of an elevator pitch being useful, but not in the traditional sense. It's a sincere statement without a lot of hokey to it that talks about what your previous background was. So that's before you walk in the door. You want to spend some time understanding their business during this first period of time. And usually what your manager is going to talk with you about doing is getting acclimated to the environment. So it's getting together with coworkers, socially and professionally, doing some internal networking, and perhaps they have a plan for you. Obviously, if they have the plan, you follow that plan. And you start working on over-delivering. So usually they're not going to throw you into the deep end of the pool to see if you swim. Usually they're going to give you some realistic projects to work on or things to work on, and you want to be able to over-deliver during that time. You want to get together with new colleagues and understand what the rules of the road are there, the things that are said and the things that are unsaid. You want to understand review criteria, how they're going to measure your success over that first 90 days. Can you identify someone, or is there a program internally where you might get a mentor? Ask lots of questions. Seriously. A lot of people think that they walk into new jobs and they're supposed to know everything. Make sure you have the option of getting onto your boss's calendar for 10 or 15 minutes for a call, a meeting, a Skype, whatever, to just get your questions answered. Track your successes so that, comes the end of 90 days, you have a way of measuring success. And if asked, you can talk about it candidly with your boss so that in this way, you're not thinking on your feet extemporaneously and missing a lot of obvious things. Last thing I'm going to say is you have built a network over this period of time. Keep in contact with them, not because you should be out there changing jobs. Not at all. I want you to win in your new role. But they might be resources that you can ask questions of in order to ensure that you do over-deliver, that you do perform at a high level, and that you achieve a lot. Remember, I got to tell you, most of you forget this. You think you have to figure things out on your own. Successful people all have allies and coaches, mentors and the like, that they can ask for advice, get input from, have great questions that you're asked so that they can deliver at a high level. So this is part one. I'll be back with more soon. Have a great day.